It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Tom Brady and the San Francisco 49ers versus Deshaun Watson and the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady. Brady now on first down. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to him. The 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, it's a question that's been asked over and over and over, but CD, I'll pose it to you anyway. What do you have to do defensively to stop Tom Brady?
It's one of the great questions in the NFL, and there are a ton of defensive coaches who retired at this point because they tried to stop Tom Brady and couldn't get it done. You got to have excellent defenders, guys who can stick to their men like glue, because he's so good at finding those open receivers and then putting the ball into tight windows and completing passes downfield.
From the 31, Brady looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Divine Diablo. The 30. 10.
Pass him in.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now's the time. Don't give him nothing.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Drake. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady. He's got Smith here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll try the left side with Gibson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
From midfield, here's Brady. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Just like that. 46.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. It's caught. Smith. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
6-0 our score after one. Throwing is Brady on third down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now Brady again. It's caught by Funchess. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
A little juke. Now room for Eckler. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marlon Mack. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
He dumps it off to Drake. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Draw play, it's Eckler. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now it's the backup Watson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. He completes it to Boyd. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On first down, it's Watson. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On first and 10, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. To the air yet again, Watson. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal. This to the outside for Mack. Touchdown! Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Brady. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Once more, here's Eckler. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On a jet sweep, here comes Fuller. He's got a 1st down past the 30 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
He'll buy some time right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away. And gaining those yards.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Watson. Caught on the slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Watson now to throw. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brady. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Brady's throw complete there to Smith. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 2.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Mike 4. 4. Mike 4. Mike 4. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing now, Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Vikings, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.